Hi everyone, welcome to the Bliss Wish. It's been a long time and I haven't recorded for a long, so I just thought to sit down today and record a video on scarcity versus abundance. So I'm really going to give you all 4 tips. It's going to be a very short and simple video where you can really implement this very easily. So we often are, into this scarcity mindset where we often think about all the negative things, all the drawbacks, all the limitations, and really limit ourselves from thinking of abundance. Sometimes it's due to because of our constant belief that that we are surrounded with a lot of negativity, and we often think that it's not possible, and that only a very few people can achieve what they really want. We think in a very scarcity mindset, and that's how we've conditioned our brain. So today's topic is all about focusing from scarcity to abundance. So I'm going to give you all 4 tips how to change it from scarcity to abundance. Let's get started. So my first tip is that it's important to change your belief. So the very first step in this thing is to identify, or specifically write it down, understand what is it that you are continuously telling yourself over the years. What is that strong belief within you that you have? Maybe you must be telling yourself like, I'm not worth it, or I'm not good enough, or whatever it is, whether it's related to your work or any other area of your life. Because for many years we keep telling ourselves one thing continuously over and over again, that sometimes it may not be true, but it actually becomes into this strong belief that we hold on to. So it's important that we actually identify what is that belief, what is it that we are holding on. And that belief can be a scarcity mindset also. So it's important to identify that belief and then make that change. So write down what you are, because unless and until you don't write down, you won't not realize what exactly is it that's continuously bothering you. So write it down, see it on the paper, and then identifying it, change it into the abundance. For example, for years you're telling yourself that I am not worth that job, or I cannot, you can use various words to support your belief. So for over the years you will give reasons and support that belief that really I'm not really worth that job, or worth doing something new, or continuously telling yourself it's not possible. By supporting that belief, you are actually you can turn that lie into a belief and then hold on to it. So it becomes a very it becomes a very scarcity mindset where you think it's not possible, and you find it very difficult to change it into the abundance mindset. So it's important that you write it down, identify your belief, and then change it. So what you can do is, for example, if you are telling yourself I'm not worth doing something, just change it and say I am worth doing something, and write down 10 points below it saying why am I, whether if you have to fake in that matter, initially you will not believe, because for a long time you're telling yourself that you're not worth it. But when you start, just reverse that statement and write it into a positive one, and make it like a positive statement, and then write 10 supporting to your belief, 10 statements that help you support that belief, and keep repeating that over and over again. I don't know for how long, but you have to identify first to change your way of thinking. So my first thing is identify your belief, so you can help change that thought. My second tip for changing a scarcity mindset to abundance mindset is talk to someone who has a different perception upon a particular thing. For example, you think in a particular way for a long time, and you have a way of perceiving things. So maybe that is a scarcity mindset. For a long time you are thinking in a very wrong way, and you just don't know how to get better at it. The only way is that you speak to someone who actually can give you a different viewpoint on the subject, and actually put a little more light on it, and help you see the brighter side, the abundant side of it. So it's important that you really have a word with someone. It can be from your family, from your friends, but see through it that that your way of thinking is quite different from the other person. The other person should have a different perception and different idea, altogether. Think more in a positive way. So choose someone who's quite different from you, so you can put a little light on your this subject, and it can really help you think more differently than you would ever. Second tip is to be deliberate on writing gratitude. So I maintain a journal where I often write 5 things I'm grateful for. So I really feel that this actually helps you to change your mindset from scarcity to abundance. Every time you think something, in a very negative way or in a very limited kind of a way, you often you're shifting your mindset in that way. So the moment you sit down and write as many things that you're grateful for, you're immediately in that moment you're shifting your mind from scarcity to abundance. So write down as many as you can. If you want to make this a daily habit, just write down at least 5 every day. But the moment you think that, oh, I'm getting into this thing of thinking a lot of negative, just get your journal out, start writing as many gratitude, as many things you're grateful for. It's going to really help you shift that entire mood, that entire way of thinking into a positive one. So yeah, that's really helpful. So be very grateful. It's going to help you, see a better side of life. So my 4th point is affirmation. You have to write a lot of affirmations. Affirmations really are very helpful. There are so many apps that you can really download and keep reading those affirmations every day. It's wonderful to do that. Or you can customize and make your own affirmations, write it in your book, or you can do that in the app as well. And I remember once reading this book of Miranda Kerr, Treasure Yourself, and I absolutely love Miranda Kerr, and I just feel, just even looking at her videos, and I just feel that she is so much of positivity, and especially when she talks about her crystals and all. So anyways, so my point here is that in her book, she had mentioned a lot of affirmations, and that is actually helps you from shifting your mindset from these limiting beliefs to this abundance of that the universe has a lot for you to offer, and there is no scarcity, so there's a lot of abundance. So I just love her book. That's great. And even the latest one that I had read just a few years back, so it was called Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. So I think that is also another wonderful book. So it's important in this entire video. What I want to say is that do not think from the scarcity point of view. Sometimes when you get too much into negativity, we just think that it's not possible and this is it and we can't go any further and it's impossible. That is the exact time that we should think that we are getting into the scarcity mindset, and there's a lot in this universe that the world is waiting to offer to you or has already offered to you. You just have to acknowledge, look around, be thankful, be grateful. So I think that is exactly the time where you should start practicing gratitude. Talk to someone who's completely different from you, but can help you actually shift your mindset into a positive direction. And like the tips that I mentioned, so all these 4 tips are very useful. Just remember one thing: the moment you get into the scarcity mindset, it's the most it's the sign that it is dropping you down. So it's important to get up and just think in the other direction, that is the abundance, and this universe is filled with so much to offer to you. So there's never a lack of anything, and it's not something that if someone else has it you cannot have it. You can have as much as you want and even more. So you just have to be very happy, and if you keep thinking negative, you know what you're going to attract. So you have to shift your mindset. So I really hope this video has helped, and I'm going to come up with more such videos. I'm going to be more consistent this time, so hopefully you all will enjoy my videos. And thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video. Bye bye.